Hey guys, Savage Sullivan Math back at it again. Today we're going to take a look at some more fancy property of exponent problems. And really, when we get to the more complicated type problems, all it comes down to is being able to identify what your base is. When I look at a problem like this, ABC to the 7th power, notice that I have parentheses around the entire thing. My entire base is ABC. So when we think about algebra and we think about math, we know that when three terms, or three pieces I should say, are stuck together by multiplication, we don't have to write the multiplication sign in between them. So I know that this is really A times B times C being raised to the 7th power. So imagine if that was expanded out. What would it look like? If I wrote that times itself 7 times, I would have this. That's a lot. But when I think about the fact that all of these bases are the same and I'm being multiplied here, then I can apply the product property, right? So that would be A times A times A times A 7 times, which we know is A to the 7th, right? Because the bases are the same and we can add all the exponents, which are really these invisible ones, all together to get A to the 7th. Same thing for the B's. What if I were to add up all the exponents on the B's there? That would also be B to the 7th. And C, same thing. This would be C to the 7th. Now, naturally, I don't want to spend my time writing out this whole thing 7 times. So if this is my initial problem, all I have to do is carry that 7 to each piece of my base. So that exponent is going to each piece. So my final answer is A to the 7th, B to the 7th, C to the 7th. Easy.
Fancy work, Mrs. Savage. Here's another one. We see 5x cubed y, all of that taken to the 2nd power. Well, you could rewrite this twice. You could say 5x cubed y times 5x cubed y and handle it that way. That is one way that we could do this. But you also now know the power to a power rule. Now this 2, that exponent applies to every single base inside the parentheses. So it would apply to the base of 5, it would apply to the base of x cubed, and it would apply to the base of y. So let's just handle it that way. But first, let's decide what are the current exponents on these bases. This is 5 to the 1st power, x cubed, we've got this, and we know that this is y to the 1st power. Okay, so 5 to the 1st power, x cubed, and y to the 1st power, all taken to the 2nd power. Remember, the power to a power rule means that you are going to multiply the exponents that are attached to each of the bases. So this would be the base of 5 with the new exponent of 1 times 2, the base of x with a new exponent of 3 times 2, and the base of y with a new exponent of 1 times 2. So we've got 5 to the 2nd power, x to the 6th power, and y to the 2nd power. We know 5 squared, 5 times 5 is 25. So final answer is 25, x to the 6th power, y squared. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe.